Guru Grimes here. Okay, now I'm gonna be quick in this video. I'm gonna discuss, does jujitsu work in a street fight? Now I have been in street fights, just two, nothing more than that. One was a random jumping. Nobody knows how it happened. I mean, it's just random. The other one was in a sense of robbery, and I had to defend myself. Okay, and it's multiple attackers. Luckily, again, I was trained. Now, does jujitsu work in a street fight? The answer is yes. Now, the core of karate, the core of jujitsu, is to defend yourself. With a street fight, it's totally different. The laws don't apply to karate. Doesn't apply to jiu-jitsu. Anything could happen in a street fight. Multiple opponents, weapons, guns. Sometimes somebody could pull up in a car, right? Pull up in a car and they chase you and you're running and you're gassed and they come, 5 of them come on the car and beat you up. I've heard of stories of that, right? It's very dangerous. So does jiu-jitsu work? The answer is yes, right? Now, how does it work? For instance, when you're in a fight, the main thing in a street fight, they tell you don't get on the ground, don't fall to the ground, because if you're on the ground, the opponent's going to stomp you and it's going to cause more damage because you're on the ground. The gravity works best on the ground, so they don't lose much energy when they're kicking you. So they're going to have all the energy in the world to kick you, kick your head, kick your stomach, whatever. Super dangerous. Now, in jiu-jitsu, if you're taken to the ground in a street fight, which can happen and which will happen, because in a fight, a lot of fights end on the ground, right? If somebody's better than you, he could ground and pound you. He could choke you out. So if you know jiu-jitsu, if you know how to grapple, if you know how to do the double leg takedowns, which I don't advise, maybe sometimes just keep on your foot, keep standing in a street fight. But if you're taken to the ground, right, which you're not, now the cardinal rule of a street fight, my friends, is not to get on the ground. Not to get on the ground, but if you do, and if you're held to the ground, you need to be able to get back up, right? And if you can get back up, then you have a chance to survive. So if somebody's holding you down, let's give you an example. It's a bigger opponent, right? Somebody's twice your size. Most people can't fight somebody who's twice your size. Jiu-jitsu comes in place, right? A lot of big bulking guys, they can't even take you to the ground if you could do jiu-jitsu. If you could take them down, if you could keep standing, if you could keep on your feet. Jiu-jitsu helps you stay on your feet. Okay, this is key. This is your life you're talking about. Now, jiu-jitsu is super important in preventing you from getting on the ground. Now, the next thing is it the be-all and end-all? No. I tell people when they start karate, train for 5 people, 5 men. 5 men. Don't train for 2 guys. Don't train for 1 guy. Train for 5 people. If train for only 5, you train for 5 people with weapons, and train for 5 people that at least one of them has a gun, right? Because you get in a situation you don't know. It could be a robbery. You could be doing crap with your life. There are people who do that, right? Who waste their life, and then some shit crap happens, and somebody puts a gun on them, whatever. It's horrible, and that just is life. So you need to be prepared. Now, you need to incorporate boxing in your street fighting and kicks, right? You need to incorporate that in your training, and I guarantee, my friends, if you incorporate boxing, striking, kicks, eye gouges, chokes, right, any kind of pressure points, you'll do super well, and you'll be able to defend yourself, to be honest, right? So you need to incorporate striking. You need to, it's guaranteed. That's going to save your life in any of these situations. A robbery going wrong, anything. It's so important. But jiu-jitsu really important because it helps with locks, gun disarms, these things. With strikes alone, you can't disarm a gun with strikes. I'll be quick. I had a sensei who I know. He got shot because he tried to strike the guy. He did a red hand on the guy who tried to rob him. Right. First thing when somebody comes and pulls a gun on you, take the gun, you disarm one time, take the gun away. Super quick. gotta disarm first. Do not strike somebody with a gun. Disarm, then run away. So yeah, Jiu-Jitsu is amazing, but compound it with other disciplines such as boxing, taekwondo, and you will be a well-rounded fighter, because in the streets you gotta be prepared for anything. Now let me explain. Some people say the streets, oh, he's talking about streets. This is super important. It could happen. Anything can happen to anybody, so you gotta be prepared for anything. There's no point living in fear. Spiritually prepared, that means through God, and physically and mentally prepared for anything that could happen in life in general. So again, this is just my 2 cents. Like and subscribe, folks. Leave a comment below. This is my new channel. Let's get this rolling. 2K19. We want 1 million subscribers. Follow me, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.